Let's start off with women representatives in South Africa's government. We know that many people say there's still a lot of room for growth, and others say that we've done far better than many of our African counterparts. Where do you believe we stand on this front?
Well, certainly we have done quite well. We are number 2 in the continent, and we are number 4 in the world. And I think that, you know, we have to take all other things in consideration, that women has done well so far.
Well, with regards to actual decision making, and given the fact that you are very much tied and linked in with the political scenarios that are currently playing out in the country, we are doing quite well with regards to positions, but are we doing well with regards to decision making? Are women being taken seriously?
Yes, most definitely. There's always room for improvement, but if you look at the top positions in government, 56% of them are filled by women. So it's now up to women to use that opportunity to make a difference in the lives of other women and not just be there for themselves.
Let's take a look at you, Mayor, as being head of an international city in the country, a very well regarded city in the country. How do you manage perceptions and the actual changes that we see on the ground? Clearly there needs to be a fine balance between the two.
Between the two of the fine balance between what?
Between the likes of perceptions of the actual city of Cape Town and the fact that it is very highly regarded with regards to the tourism that we experience, and then the actual changes that we see on the ground.
Well, certainly Cape Town has been selected as the best run metro in the whole of South Africa. We are not perfect. There's always room for improvement. We are the best run compared to the other cities in the country. That does not mean that we don't have a lot of things to do. So the perceptions that Cape Town, for instance, is the most unequal city in the world, it's not true. The United Nations Habitat that came out just 4 months ago showed that Cape Town is the most equal city in South Africa. The most unequal cities in South Africa is Johannesburg, Ekurhuleni, and East London. So the perceptions are wrong, but you know, we are humbled that we can do the best that we can for the poor people, especially in Cape Town, and we will continue to do that.
So, Mayor, what gives Cape Town the edge, would you say?
What with Cape Town?
What gives Cape Town the edge, given the fact that it seems that there are a lot of changes happening, not only on the ground, but also, as you were alluding to, the perceptions of Cape Town on a global level? Is it because a woman is running Cape Town, would you say?
Well, Cape Town has been run by Premier Helen Zille. She used to be the mayor of Cape Town and was then selected the best mayor in the world. So certainly, you know, she had laid a solid foundation in Cape Town to make sure that we've got clean governance, that we have economic growth through infrastructural development. And I'm fortunate that I can continue along the same way. And taking Cape Town to greater heights, and you know, working hard to make a great city even greater.
I know that there's obviously been a lot of challenges when it comes to career paths and careers for women, and I know that you've also been in very challenging positions. Would you say that sometimes the men that surround you, the decision makers, do not take you seriously? And if so, how did you overcome these types of challenges?
Well, and certainly you know, in 2003, I set myself a goal that I wanted to become the first woman in South Africa to start a political party, contest the elections, and won seats at national and provincial. So I have achieved that by becoming the first woman to do that, but also to show to other women that it can be done. So all the bad things that happen to us in life, as a woman, is what we allow to happen. And I will not allow, whether you're male or female, to disrespect me, because respect is mutual, come from both ways. So it's all about also asserting yourself, because we now have the constitutional framework in place. We've got a very good legislative framework, and so women must just claim those rights.
How far are we from seeing a South African president a woman?
Well, you certainly have the best run province in the country is led by a woman. The best run metro is led by a woman. And, you know, I think we're on our way to getting a woman president nationally.
That's very exciting. I hope that does happen. With regards to the balance between culture and equality in the country, would you say that there is a gap that we're experiencing, or do you think that we're starting to view things very differently with regards to cultural aspects and elements that play out not only on the ground but also at a provincial government level as well?
With regards to culture, I think what we as South Africans can do better on is to learn about each other's culture so that we understand it. And that not one culture is superior to the other. And we should not be judging one against the other because they come from different backgrounds and different histories. So for me is that culture is also subject to our constitution, and our constitution is the highest law in the country, where you are not allowed to discriminate on the basis of race, sex, class and gender, and therefore all cultures are subject to our constitution.
Yeah.